I am Ify from Chicago, and these are my parents, the Nzebunas family. We've been on the fire altar since January of this year. We had a Muslim woman that was believing God for the fruit of the womb, got her babies. And we said, why not? Because we know and we believe that there's definitely fire on this altar. So in November, Papa said, in November, there will be no obituary.
Say November, no obituary. Can you turn the fire? Say November, November, I will not bury. I will not be buried. I will not bury. I will not be buried. November, nobody will die. Nobody will die. Say arrows of death. Arrows of death. Who are you looking for? Right now. Fire. Fire.
And I want to say that in my father's family, the Nzebunas family, they've been a cycle of death. So when they bury someone, there is someone else waiting in the mortuary to be buried. It's just like the cycle. And even as we speak, my dad's very close member of his family is actually in the mortuary waiting to be buried. And so my father is going to give the story.
Last Thursday, November 2nd, at my construction site, three men in a Toyota Camry came from behind, shot me 3 times at my back. As I was falling down, the only thing I could remember that came out of my mouth was, is this the way I would die? I struggled to stand up, I could not. By the time I stood up, I started having excruciating pain at my back. As if that wasn't enough, by the time the cops and the paramedic came, they looked at me, they didn't believe I was shot. I got up to a point that the cop said, if it's really true, it means this man, you are bulletproof. Thereafter, the paramedic team struggled to take me to a nearby hospital. With my wife's intervention, she asked them to take me to the hospital where she works.
So when they brought him to the hospital, the ambulance brought him to the hospital. Everybody around, they were thinking that they would see someone in a stretcher, in a pool of blood. But when he came in, they used a wheelchair to bring him out. So I quickly assessed his body.
She's a nurse, so
because I'm a nurse. I quickly assessed his body, no scratch, no blood, before taking him inside the emergency room for X-ray and everything, which they found nothing.
So I want to emphasize that they did X-ray, they did CT scan, they did everything on the back, nothing. The doctors even did the assessment 2 times, 3 times before they even let him go. They wanted to make sure that there was no bullets found inside his body. And so they found nothing. So what God cannot do
does not exist.
God is really doing great and mighty things in our family, and we know that He will finish it. We are definitely coming back for our mega. This is a mega testimony. We are coming back for mega testimony. What God cannot do does not exist. So we'd like to thank you, Papa, for your prayers, you not sleeping, maybe even 1 hour of sleep you get a day. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pastor Oguru. Thank you so much, Pastor OK. Thank you so much, Pastor Eno. May God continue to bless your families. What God cannot do
does not exist.